What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So we're back here with another rebuild on Madden 25, and specifically today we're talking about the Jets. The last Jets rebuild that we did, we obviously had Davante Adams just gotten traded there, so that was the last video we did. We kind of try to make it work with Aaron Rodgers, but today, clearly, that has not worked for the Jets in real life this season. So today we're going to be fighting a brand new quarterback for the New York Jets, and it's going to be a tough one for them because assuming the two top quarterbacks go off the board before they're about to draft, it'll be interesting to kind of see where they go with this. So let's just go ahead and jump in. Not even sure we're going to be going with today's video, but all we know is we got to replace Aaron Rodgers. He cannot be the quarterback next year. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. The Jets are 3-10 on the season, which is just disastrous, man. This was a team we talked about being in the Super Bowl, for crying out loud, and they go this is up there with one of the worst, disappointments of all time, if I had to guess. The hype of Aaron Rodgers getting hurt last year, the man is down to a 78 overall in Madden. That is crazy to see. I'm not even going to lie to you. There is definitely some talent on this team. Like, this team should be a lot better, but unfortunately, they just aren't. So we got to get in the offseason. We got to fix this team up. We got to move on from Aaron Rodgers, and we'll just continue to build this team up. The Jets right now, and I'm assuming Jets fans feel the same way, they feel cursed, man. It feels like whatever they do, it just doesn't work at the quarterback spot, especially with Sam Darnold going off now for the Vikings and stuff. It's just weird. Let's go ahead, simulate to the end of the season, and let's get straight to work with this for this Jets franchise. So at the end of the season, we finish up at 6-11. So the Jets win some games at the end of the season to obviously turn this around a little bit. So we won't have a top pick, which we were kind of aware of. And I don't think the Jets will beat out the Raiders and some of these other teams for the top pick anyway. But offensively, we were 24th in NFL and defensively 2nd in NFL. So Aaron Rodgers, 32-16. Brees Hall, 4 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. 1,000 from Garrett Wilson, 800 from Davante Adams, and then sacks wise, you had 11.5 from Will McDonald, 8.5 from Quinton Williams, and then 4.5 from Michael Clemens. 3 interceptions from Gardner, and 2 from Chuck Clark, 2 from Brandon Echols, and 1 from DJ Reed, and 1 from Michael Carter. So without further ado, let's get straight in this offseason, and let's get to work, I guess. So $80 million in cap space. So first free agent, or that's a 5th-year option on Sauce Gardner, which you would definitely accept. Same thing with Garrett Wilson. No-brainer for both those guys to be accepted there. DJ Reed is a free agent, and I think if you're the Jets, you try to keep him, but there is going to be a lot of teams interested in DJ Reed services. I feel like Washington's going to be interested as well, but he's going to test free agency. So is he a franchise tag type of player? No. Hassan Reddick, it's been weird with him. I don't think we're going to bring him back. Jermaine Johnson, we can go ahead and accept the 5th-year option on him as well. Tony Adams, Chuck Clark, Tyler Conklin. We can let the rest of these guys probably go. I guess Jermaine Sherwood at 25, star development, someone we should probably, or Jamie, and I don't know how to say that name, but we should probably try to keep him around. Okay. Reed, I really wanted to keep, so we'll try to revisit that in free agency. And Tyron Smith has not been Tyron Smith, so we probably would just move on from him as well. All right, so everyone else could probably go. The only other player is maybe we can go for Tony Adams, and again, we'll go for my DJ Reed in free agency. So does Adam want to come back? He does. Okay. So $73 million in cap space. Reed, I'm not franchise tagging him, but we definitely have interest in bringing him back, and it sounds like he's interested in coming back. We just didn't offer him enough money, but we'll retry it again. And then let's go look. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is retired or still under contract, but if he's still here, we gotta get rid of him. So he is still here. There is a possibility the Jets keep him, right? Like there is that possibility, but today that will not be the case. We're gonna cut him, get rid of him. He should not be the quarterback. I guess the Jets, in theory, could trade him, but you wouldn't get much for him, so I'm just going to release him at this point. So let's just go ahead and trade him. $9 million in cap space freed up. Sorry, did I just say trade him? Let's release him. And Davante Adams, we're going to keep probably. So once again, Davante Adams will be in a situation where he got traded to go play with his friend, and then his friend is gone, so now he's stuck with that franchise. So we'll see how long that he sticks around after this. So yeah, very bizarre there. But let's take a look at the lineup. Now that everyone's gone, we can kind of look at a fully healthy team to kind of see what our biggest needs are. So obviously quarterback is the #1 thing. We do have some, offensive line actually isn't terrible. And then you got Ruckert at tight end. You have Davante Adams and Garrett Wilson, both superstar X factors. Brees Hall. So offensively, you don't need much. Lazard is here as well. So we don't really need to do much on the offense other than maybe tight end and right tackle, and quarterback obviously. Defensively, you definitely have a lot you like here as well. The D-line, I guess, could use a little bit more work. Cornerback room could use some more work, and strong safety could use some work. So let's get a free agency with all this cap space. Now, the first position to look at, obviously, I don't think that's going to be available to us, but DJ Reed is going to be our number one priority. So quarterback, you could go for Justin Fields, I guess. You have Daniel Dimes out here, Danny Dimes, but I guess we'll start with Justin Fields just in case we can't draft a quarterback. I think Fields would be a nice bridge guy to bring in to kind of see what we could do with him. So we'll offer him a contract and see what he thinks about that. Now, he doesn't have a ton of interest in it so far. So let's make it I still want to make it a 2-year deal. We can maybe up it a little bit more. So Justin Fields would be, I think, would be a solid get, but he's still not very interested in coming over here. We'll see what happens with that. All right, so cornerback, DJ Reed, he has 16 offers, so we're going to have to come in with a high amount of money. We may not get him back, to be honest with you, and I do think that's a possibility in real life as well. As I said, Washington's going to be interested, and boy, are they interested. 28-year-old corner, that'd be a really good get for them. I guess we'll offer even more money to see if that ups it even further. So we become a second option. We do have the interest bar all the way up, so there's a chance we get him back, but obviously we got to be open to the opportunity that we maybe lose him. So let's go sign like Brandon Stevens in free agency just in case, or offer him a contract. And let's look at Strong. We're not going to get him. Free safety. Javon Holland is here. Wow, that's a big gift. We can get him. And Chuck Clark. Okay, well, Javon Holland to me feels like someone we should go after. So I'm going to go Javon Holland here and see if we can get him on this team. That'd be awesome. That's a good player to go grab. Sorry, I had to sneeze, but we have 5 offers here now submitted in free agency. So we're going for DJ Reed, obviously, Javon Holland, which we probably won't get him. It looks like there's quite a bit of interest in him. Stevens. We may not get a single player we're offering on. I'm not going to lie to you. So let's see if we get at least one of them. We do get Reed back, so that's massive. We really did need him back. So DJ Reed getting him back is clutch as hell. Losing him would have kind of sucked. So nice to get him back. We could bring Tyron Smith back for tackle, but is there anything else at right tackle we like? Haven't seen this year. Morgan Moses as well on the Jets too, I believe. Is there anything else we like here? Patrick McCarry. I mean, we can move someone. Jedrick Willis at 26 years old. Star development feels okay to go grab. So I'm going to see if we can get Jedrick Willis. I believe he's from the Browns. So we'll go for him and we'll be his number one offer. And then Justin Fields is still someone I really want to try to get. But I don't know if he's going to accept my offer. So he still is thinking about it. So I don't really want to give him I don't know. I'm not trying to give him too much money, but he has no interest in signing so far. So let's see if we get him. Still not going to get either one of them. So very interesting, but those would be pretty good gets if we could get them. Let's see. We'll advance them next week and see if they decide to sign or not. It'd be nice if they did, but I don't know if we're going to. So Justin Fields would be a nice bridge, but we'll probably still look at drafting a quarterback. He could be the backup. We'll see. So do we get Justin Fields on the team? Do we get Jedrick Willis on the team? Let's see. And we did get Jedrick Willis, but Fields still saying no at the moment. Okay. Well, worst case scenario, we still need a strong safety too. Still need a D tackle. We got DJ Reed back, which was massive. But let's take a look and see if there's anything else in free agency to scoop up. Did Fields sign somewhere at this point? He's still thinking about all of his offers. Is there anybody else we could go after? Fullback, Patrick Ricard. I guess we can grab a fullback. Why not? I don't usually ever do that, but sure, why not? So Patrick Ricard, if he wants to come to the Jets, cool. So we got our tackle, which is nice. I think that's going to be it. I think we're just going to go straight to the draft and draft with our first round pick, and we'll see if Fields is a Jet by draft night, and we'll get Patrick Ricard too, which will be nice. So, all right, let's go see what we got going on. I think Fields might have signed, if I'm not mistaken, because I think our roster space went up. Let's see if he did sign it. Yeah, he did sign. So, worst case scenario, Fields is our brand new quarterback at the moment. Defensively, we need a strong safety in this draft. And, well, we need a strong safety, anybody at all, because we don't have a strong safety at all. So, first round probably has to be quarterback, or we just roll with Fields. It kind of depends on what's on the board. So, let's just jump in and see what we got. So, we're going to be picking number 11. So, let's see. If Shador or Cam Ward fall to us, we're not going to take them today, because realistically, I hope they don't. So, but Shador goes and Cam Ward is still on the board. But we're going to pretend that Cam Ward is not on the board because we just literally did a video on him yesterday. I'm not trying to do that back to back. That doesn't make any sense. So pretending Cam Ward is not available because I don't think he would be in real life. You have Jalen Milroe, you have Quinn Ewers, you have Carson Beck, Drew Aller. So those are the other quarterbacks you could take. To me, I'm not a quarterback expert, so I'm not going to pretend to be, but Milroe is the one I've seen mocked in most first round drafts. So I am going to take Jalen Milroe here to be the quarterback for the Jets at number 11. So should he be a first round pick? Well, that's up for you to decide, I guess. I'm not an expert in this, but I do know Milroe will give us an opportunity to have a starter for the video. So we have our brand new quarterback, and now we go to round 2 and probably draft a strong safety, hopefully. So hopefully there's a safety on the board we can take. So we got Drew Aller. We could take, I mean, I guess we could have waited till round 1, but we do have a couple safeties down here, Jeremiah Cooper and Jonas Sanker. So we got a hit power, D-man coverage, a tackle. Think this will be our second round pick. We need a strong safety. So welcome to the Jets. Number 7 true value, dropped at 43. Only normal dev, but regardless, he will be a starter day 1 because we have nobody there at all right now. All right, so now to round 3, and we'll probably take a D tackle if I had to guess. We have a late third round pick, so it's gonna be probably not the greatest pick in the world here. So do we have anything available to us? We have Ritzy out of North Carolina. Will he be good at all? Well, I have no idea, but probably we'll put our eggs in this basket. So welcome to the Jets, and he is going to be not very good, only normal depth. So that is our offseason. So we move on from Aaron Rodgers, and I guess the theme is we have Justin Fields and we have Jalen Monroe. So whoever's the better overall will start season 1. I don't care who it is. I really do think there's a possibility the Jets, have a bridge to, signing a free agency. You draft a quarterback, and that's kind of how it goes. I think that's something you could possibly see in real life for the Jets as well. So if we take a look at the lineup for year number 2, let's kind of see what we're looking at. So year number 2 lineup, you got Fields. All right, so Fields is the better player overall wise. So I do think we're going to give Fields the opportunity to start at least to the midseason point. I also realized we needed a tight end and we didn't address that at all, but whatever. You can't do it all overnight, right? So Fields will start, and depending on how the season goes, we may put Monroe in halfway through the season. So that feels like a realistic possibility to me. Defensively, Sanker is going to start. Ritzy is going to start. Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald, DJ Reed, Sauce Gardner. So all this is looking pretty good. Hopefully this team can surprise us a little bit. I guess we'll find out. Fields as a starter, we'll see how this ends up going. And, well, we'll find out if this team's any good. But at the midseason point, if we're under 500 by a lot, I might just put in Jalen Monroe. So at the end of the season, we finished up at 5-12. So obviously not great, and really not great because we actually had 4 wins at the midseason point, and we only won 1 for the rest of the season. It looked like it came in week 17 to the Chargers. Now, I did put Jalen Monroe in after the bye week. I don't know if he played because it auto reorders depth. Yeah, it does. So 12-12. So he did play. He wasn't very good in his play, but he is still a star quarterback. So obviously, kind of maybe what was Fields doing? I didn't even really look. So he had 18-10. So maybe we should have stuck with Justin Fields. Maybe that was my mistake. I don't know. But I wanted to give Monroe an opportunity. We were 4-6 at the bye week. So I thought, in the bye week, you can change the quarterback. And well, it just didn't work out, I guess. But well, we'll see kind of how we do next year. But quarterback situation probably stay the same. Probably give Monroe the full start. But overall, we were bad. So we get to go in this draft, though, with no expectations to draft a quarterback, which is good. So we can kind of just draft for the weakest positions, fill out what we need, and make the team even better. So that is a good thing, at least. But yeah, second season didn't go well either. 5-12. So the Jets continue to be bad, which sucks. I should have given Fields, honestly, the rest of the season. That's my fault. I'll take full accountability. Not saying it would have changed much, because like I said, we were 4-6 with him as a starter. So it's not like, he was game changing or anything, but he did have some solid stats. So we do have $55 million in cash space. Breece Hall is a free agent. Vera Tucker's a free agent. Will McDonald, fifth-year option. Quincy Williams, Mosley. Okay, so there is some important free agents out here for us to look into. So obviously, first one being Breece Hall. Yeah, we got to keep him. So Breece Hall is going to be back, which is good because losing him would have been disastrous. We're going to go with Vera Tucker, bring him back as well. So let's get him back. Nice. And then Will McDonald, we'll accept the fifth-year option on him. Quincy Williams at 30. Mosley. We'll get John Simpson back, but our linebacker core might take a massive hit. Well, he wants to play for a new team, so never mind. Mosley, I'm probably not bringing back, and I'm probably not bringing back the rest of these guys either. So we're going to be going to free agency with $30 million in cap space, and we know our linebacker position just got weaker because we didn't bring back Mosley because he's old, and then Williams over 30 as well. We might just go younger there. So let's take a look at what things are looking at right now. So Monroe and Fields are neck and neck overall wise, but obviously you still have Garrett Wilson. So we have Restrepo now. So Miami quarterback, or sorry, wide receiver, Miami wide receiver. So Restrepo is a pretty solid player. I am going to start Monroe this full next season, no matter what, though. We do need a tight end and a left guard in free agency. Defensively, we kind of know where the weakest position is. D tackle kind of sucks. Strong safety could be better, but our linebackers are probably the weakest spot, obviously, right now. So Linebacker becomes important, and then we need a tight end. We need a left guard. So let's see if that is addressable in this draft or not. So $30 million in cap space, or in this free agency. Sorry. So Mark Andrews is here, but that would be like all of our money going towards him. He's not even interested in coming here. So Brock Purdy would have been interesting to sign, I guess, in free agency. Pacheco, we have Breece Hall, so no point of that. Tyron Smith, obviously not going to go for that. Adafaway, Jalen Phillips. Jalen Phillips is someone. Christian Benford, I haven't seen him here very often. Isaac Samalu, so that would fill out our left guard spot pretty perfectly. So we'll start there and see if we can get him. And then I kind of want to see if we can get Phillips. I don't know if we'll be able to. No, not enough money. So is there a middle linebacker we could get? I mean, we just kind of need a starter in general. So Ivan Pace actually has interest in coming here. So I think we should be able to get him pretty easily, which is good. So Ivan Pace and Isaac Samalu might be our signings in free agency. We don't have a ton of cap space to work with, as you guys seen. So hopefully we can get both of them to just sign on day one. And Samalu's got some competition. We get Ivan Pace. Samalu, still thinking about it, but now that Broncos come in with a nice little deal, is there any other guard we can bring in? Simpson, we can bring him back. David Edwards, right guard. Will Hernandez, Brandon Sheriff. I mean, Sheriff probably hasn't... Oh, no, we don't have enough money for him. So we're probably going to miss out on Samalu. So let's go after, I guess, can we just bring John Simpson back then? Well, we could withdraw our offer in Samalu since we're going to get outbidded there. And then we can go for Sheriff, I guess, who's 34. But he is superstar dev. So that, or what about the younger 26-year-old Ed Ingram? Sure, we'll go for Ed Ingram instead, who gives us kind of a long-term option, 76 overall, 27. That gives us a starter, maybe if he signs with us, and he does. So we do get him. Nice. And now we are going to head in the draft to fill out the rest of what we need. So obviously wide receiver core is good. Oh, then free agency. Well, let's go. Or sorry, tight end. Is there a tight end here? Because we still have not addressed that at all. There's Jonnu Smith, which at this point probably is fine option because we don't have a starter there at all. So we're going to sign Jonnu Smith, the veteran free agent. See if he'll sign that. Well, we'll have to see in the draft if he signs it or not. All right. See you guys in draft night, and we'll continue to build the rest of the roster with whatever we can draft. Hopefully we'll have a top pick. So our main position of need, honestly, on this roster is clearly D tackle or an off-ball linebacker. So that's kind of what we need. Obviously, offense is kind of, well, tight end becomes a position of need as well. Jonnu Smith's just kind of a filler right now. But let's see where we're going to be drafting. So hopefully we'll have like a top 5 pick. So we're going to be picking in the top 4, which is good. So let's see who goes before us. So we got Peter Woods, Anthony Hill, TJ Parker. So now we get to select. Obviously, Peter Woods would have been fantastic, but we're not going to get him. We have Trey Moore. We have a right tackle. We have a right end in Marvin Jones. We have a bunch of offensive linemen. We have a quarterback, corner, left end. Okay, so obviously, to me, Marvin Jones out of Florida State becomes the most intriguing prospect, but I think we missed out on the guy that would have been awesome to bring in. Oh boy, I don't really like anything that's left to us. I guess we have a top 5 talent in Ruben Bain Jr., but I mean, this doesn't really fill any need, honestly, which is the unfortunate part. There's not like, well, I mean, yeah, because this guy, I think I've seen him fall to like round 3 before. I'm not going to take him with his top pick. That just kind of feels dumb. So I think we're going to have to take Ruben Bain Jr. out of Miami. I think that's the best possible pick if I had to guess. We're going to take him at number 18 true value, dropping up number 4. So welcome to the Jets, my friend. I think getting Peter Woods would have been better, but what can you do? So now we're going to be picking early in the round 2 again. So let's see what's available to us here. So linebacker still here, as I mentioned, which is why we didn't take him earlier. Would have been really goofy. We have a right end. Is there any D tackles? No. So tight end, nothing. Do we take Trey Moore out of Texas here? I mean, D zone coverage. B. I mean, what is his? He is a speed rusher archetype. I don't know why I can never think of that word. Quarterback, right tackle, right end. Pretty much everything we need is just not here at the moment, which is a little unfortunate. Do we trade for what we need right now? I guess we could take a tight end in round 2. We know this guy's pretty good, so we'll do that. Get ourselves another weapon. We know this guy can pay off. So, end dev tight end, we'll take it. And now let's go to round 3, and let's see if there's a linebacker that could be selected in that round. Or we don't even have a round 3 pick, so yeah, we're in trouble there. So round 4, hopefully you can hit on a linebacker. I don't know if we'll be able to. And we got power rusher, which It doesn't really fit what we need necessarily. Is there any... I guess we could take one of the middle linebackers. So we got TJ Quinn out of Louisville. B zone. He's probably going to have to be the pick, man. So not a great selection, but this is a round 4 pick, so who cares? He is hitting dev, though, so we'll absolutely take it. We're better than nothing. So with that, we're going to go into next season for year 3 and see if Milrow, or it'll be Milrow. We're starting Milrow no matter what, but let's see if Milrow can lead us to where we want to be this upcoming season. So here is your lineup going into season number 3. Milrow will be the quarterback with Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams, Jonnu Smith, and our other tight end. And I never know his last name because it's blurred out. But Jedrick Willis, Ed Ingram, Tittman, Vera Tucker, and Vashanu. And defensively, we have Quinn, who will move to left outside linebacker right now, or right outside linebacker. We'll move him there. And Ruben Bain, low key, I'm just going to play him at D tackle, dude. I mean, we just need someone there. So, yeah, I guess that's where we'll play him this season, because why not? And then Sanker is going to continue to be the strong safety. But, yeah, let's move Quinn to right outside linebacker. So this was a 4th round pick. So actually a really solid pick for what we needed there. So let's move him to where we want. And then that would address that problem. So, boom. Just like that, we now have kind of a full plethora of starters on where we want. So does that mean we'll make the playoffs? Well, that remains to be seen. Hopefully it ends up working out that way. But let's take a look at the scheme. So offensively, we can go up to same 9 at spread. And then... we can be a base. Well, I guess nothing really fits this defense very much, which is interesting. But all right. Well, with that being said, we're going to simulate year 3, and we're going to see how we do. Hopefully it ends up working out. We'll find out. And see you guys at the end of the season. So at the end of the 3rd season, we finish up at 6-11, and once again do not make the playoffs. So far, this has just been an utter failure. We have not had any success today. I mean, 6-11 is not going to get us a chance at a good quarterback. I mean, if we were like 2-15, we'd maybe look at Archie Manning or something like that. But hopefully Milrow had a good season at least. I guess we'll find out the hard way here in just a second. But yeah, I was kind of hoping to make a playoff push, but still not the case, unfortunately. So let's take a look to see how it went. So offensively, still not good. 29th in the NFL, and defensively, we were 28th in the NFL. So both sides of the ball were pretty horrendous. Now, his stats looked okay. I guess that's good. 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns, 390 yards from Milrow rushing touchdowns. That's good. Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams, Jonnu Smith did all okay. And defensively, sacks-wise, he had 11.5 from Quinnen Williams, and then 4 interceptions from Gardner, 2 from Jonas Sanker. Okay. Clearly, we got a lot more work to do. So let's just get straight to it. We got $97 million in cash base. The Steelers beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl. But we're gonna be going all in this offseason. So hopefully we can find a way to get ourselves in the playoffs next year. So Gardner, Garrett Wilson, Fashanu, Tittman, Johnston, Devontae, Fields. I mean, there's just so many important free agents here. Actually, it kind of falls off a little bit. So obviously, you know, Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner become #1 priority type players. Like, you got to bring these guys back regardless. So hopefully we just get him to sign W. If Garrett Wilson decides to, like, say, hey, I'm not coming back, you know, we got to make sure we find a way to get him back. So we get both of them back on massive contracts. Fashanu, 5th-year option will accept. Tittman will accept, give him a new deal as well. So hopefully he'll sign. Boom. Okay. So Adams would probably have to let go Jermaine Johnson. We could probably let Jermaine Johnson go because we drafted that end in the draft. But I'll still try to sign him back. Or no, we don't have enough money. So yeah, we'll probably have to let Adams go. We'll probably have to let Jermaine Johnson go. And Justin Fields can go as well. We're going to be still rolling forward with Jalen Milrow. So let's take a look at what the lineup's looking like after this. After we let all those guys go. Draft's going to be our best friend again. And we have $22 million in cap space. So let's take a look at all the needs that we potentially need to go after. We need to make sure whatever we do this offseason, we are a playoff team next year. So one more wide receiver definitely needs to be looked into. Jill Moreau is going to be the quarterback. Breece Hall, Brandon Allen, that still looks good. Garrett Wilson, Restrepo. We need another wide receiver. So the only thing on offense I feel like is another wide receiver. Defensively, things look okay over here as well. Sanker went up to star dev, which I'll absolutely take. The only position, obviously, is D tackle. So D tackle becomes a very important position to address. But we'll have to kind of see what we can do there. So wide receiver and D tackle is kind of what we need this offseason. So let's see if we can get one of those in free agency, and then maybe we could draft the other one. So look at that. You got Javarius Ward as well, and you have Zay Flowers. I mean, Zay Flowers, I've never even seen Zay Flowers here. So what about D tackles? Is there a D tackle in this free agency class too? No. So I think we obviously signed Zay Flowers. I've never seen him before, so let's go all in on Zay Flowers. We don't even have money for him, but I gotta find a way to get him because I want him. So let's see if we can free up some salary to get Zay Flowers. So even if that means restructuring contracts, I don't care. So Quentin Williams, we're not gonna cut. DJ, we're not gonna cut. Jedrick Wilson, we're not gonna cut. Okay, so we gotta, restructure some contracts hopefully. So Garrett Wilson, who we just signed, Breece Hall. That wouldn't save us much money. For Shanu, doesn't save us much money. I guess we got to go to the total, right? Total contract, Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, can't restructure him. So Garrett Wilson frees us up $10 million. I guess we do that right now, even though we just signed him. Vera Tucker, that should give us enough money to go after. I mean, that should be enough to just get Zay Flowers. So we restructure Garrett Wilson, even though we just literally signed him. That should give us enough money to go after Zay Flowers, which is obviously what we wanted to do. So that gives us just enough. We're going all in, or just kidding. I guess that doesn't give us enough. Let's go player friendly then. Is that enough for Zay Flowers' services? Yeah, there's no one offer. Hopefully he signs it, and he does. We get Zay. So successful free agency period, and now we can head into the draft. We have $3.22 million in cap space. So the one position we come out of this with is D tackle, no matter what. Even if we have to trade for it, D tackle has been a need in this video the entire time. And we have not addressed it because just haven't been able to. But now we got to strike and do it. So strike while the iron is hot, I guess. Let's see what we got in the draft for this one. So picking at number 9, do we have a good D tackle prospect? We'll find out. So we got any D tackles on the board. No D tackles have went off the board, but doesn't mean there is one in here. So we'll see. We have a D tackle right in front of us in Justin Scott out of Miami. There's actually a lot of them here. But we will absolutely smash Justin Scott here. And he will be a terrible pick, but he's hitting dev, so whatever. We'll take it. All right, well, that is going to do it. I'm going to let my AI draft the rest, and now we can get into Season 4 and hope to finally get this team in the postseason. I think we have the talent to do so. So at the end of this season, we finally made the playoffs at 13-4. Unfortunately, that doesn't get us the bye, but damn, okay. Chiefs went 14-3, of course, no surprise there. Let's take a look at the player stats to kind of see how things went. So offensively, we're 13th in the NFL, so that's fantastic. A little bit better than we've seen all video. Defensively, so top 15 in both departments, but 23 touchdowns, 10 interceptions from Jalen Milroe, 878 yards from Breece Hall, 500 from Jalen Milroe as well. Luke with 890 yards, 800 from 60, and then Garrett Wilson with 760, and then 700 from Restrepo. Sacks-wise, you had 13 from Quentin Williams, 5 from Ruben Bain, and then 4.5 from McDonald. 4 from Trey Smith, 4 interceptions from Sauce Gardner, 3 from Ivan Pace, and 2 from Sherwood. All right. Without further ado, let's jump into these playoff games going against the Raiders to start things off, and let's see if we can beat them. So Las Vegas comes to New York. Let's see if we can take them down. Milroe, this was your opportunity to finally show why we deserve to be here. I don't know why I said it like that, but still, it's 3-7, and we will have a 3-7 game still. So defense has been playing great so far. It's 3-14, so we're up 14-3 pretty easily so far. 21-3. This looks like an easy, sweat-free victory so far. And our offense played great. Defense played great. So both sides of the ball were awesome. And we're moving on to the divisional round. So 13-4 in the regular season and moving on to the divisional round, which is fantastic. Which we beat Nico, I believe, out of Tennessee. Tennessee quarterback. So Milroe, 314 yards, 3 touchdowns. He was fantastic. On to the next round. And now on to the divisional round to play Joe Burrow and the Bengals, who just beat the Cowboys in the most bizarre way possible in Monday Night Football. But let's see if we can come out here and beat them in the playoffs to maybe avenge the Cowboys here, I guess. So we're going to tie it up after they went up 7-0. Can we go take the lead now after getting a stop of defense? Yes, we can. 7-14 is beautiful so far. We go up 7-21. Yes, we do, but does not mean the Bengals can't get back in it. And we have holding the ball too long. A fumble recovered, and that's going to be all she wrote. We're going to beat the Bengals 14-28. We're moving on to the AFC Championship. So we'll see who's ahead of us there. And we'll find out if we can go win to get into the Super Bowl. And now for the AFC Championship, which is going to be a very tall task to ask for. It's Kansas City Chiefs, Mahomes. We all know how this will usually go. You know, I feel like I have a better record than the Chiefs than I would expect when it comes to AFC championships against them in my Madden videos, but I don't know why, but just don't feel like it's going to go our way today. So we're down 7-0, although our defense has been playing great. I mean, if we score here, that could be massive. All right, if we could take a 14-7 lead, that could be a game changer. Can we go do that? No, we get interception. All right, fourth quarter time. Let's bleed this clock out, and let's just see if we can feed this with Breece Hall, man. I think if we could just feed Breece Hall, and it's a 7-7 game right now, we might be able to punch our ticket to the Super Bowl. We have good field position as well. Not much more you can ask for in this position playing against the Chiefs in a playoff game. So good rush to start things off, and we'll continue to feed Breece Hall here and take a lot of clock off. Now, the Chiefs are going to have 3 timeouts regardless. I don't think we're going to be able to take all the time off, but still getting any clock off would be great. And running right now is working well. We got a 10-yard run, now a 9-yard run. Let's just continue to feed them, man. I mean, let's not go away from it. So only need 1 yard. Could take a shot, but I'm going to keep this on the ground with the weather being rainy. And that's going to be a yard gain. So that's going to be another first down. Great. So far, so good. All right, let's continue to just run this rock over and over until the Chiefs can't tell me, or until the Chiefs stop it. So it's going to be another nice gain. It's going to be like about 5-yard gain, 4 yards. Okay. So take that. And do we want to stretch this? I actually don't mind stretching this on the outside. Do I want to do this on the right side instead? Yeah, I'm going to run it on the right side. We're going to get some yards, but it's not... Ooh, whoa. What a broken tackle by Breece Hall. 3rd and inches. We low-key are going to get close to getting this to the 2-minute warning. Now, I do just want to run for the first down. It's 3rd and inches, so let's not overthink this. Whoops, read option. I don't want to run read option. Well, too late. We got to run it. So, okay, I'm so stupid, dude. I always, like, they changed the read option in Madden, and I always confuse myself with which one. I shouldn't have ran read option. I knew it. I always confuse myself with what button I'm supposed to click. It used to be a certain button, and now it's not. So we're going to run it again. I don't care. We've been gaining like 9 yards of play, and thankfully we recovered from that because, dude, that could have been disastrous. I did not mean... Well, I was trying to give it to Breece Hall in that situation, and then once I did, I guess I'm supposed to just not click anything. So you hold A to keep it with the quarterback. But it used to be... I'm pretty sure it used to be the opposite way in other Madden, so it always confuses me. I always forget which button I'm supposed to click, but regardless, oh, almost. Oh, we're gonna just take the lead. Let's just take the lead while we can. So it looked like they were going to tackle me for TFL, but can our defense get a stop is the question, and they do. We're headed to the Super Bowl. So a 14-7 win over the Chiefs in a rainy game. On to the Super Bowl, and we'll go see who's ahead of us there, man. So beautiful stuff. So in the Super Bowl, it'll be a battle of the green teams. Hopefully we didn't get this far just to lose, though. So by that, obviously, I mean the Philadelphia Eagles. So we start off with the football, and they're going to go up 7-0. And can we get a response here? There we go, 7-7. What about now with the ball? And no, 14-7 Philadelphia. Nothing there. Okay, what about now? Nothing. It's going to be 17-7. And we're going to score on this drive. It looks like, no, we don't. It's 20-7, and we got all the way to Super Bowl just to lose to the Eagles, dude. Unreal. Well, I think we've been on a little bit of a run winning Super Bowls, so I guess it is what it is. But let me see if I can at least get a touchdown in 39 seconds. They are going to give me press coverage with Garrett Wilson, so thankfully that should be hopefully a touchdown. So, maybe we can onside kick it and get the ball back, but more likely than not, obviously we're not going to get the ball back. So let me try an onside kick clearly. So I think I saw or this is for 2, right? I mean, we don't really need to go for 2, but since we probably won't get the ball back, screw it. Let's just go ahead and go for 2. So I didn't read that right. It is what it is. Okay. So I should just kick the extra point, but whatever. So now we're on to onside kicking this. So what do we want? Strong onside, speed onside. I guess we'll go speed onside, and we'll go all the way to the right, and then we'll, I guess, see what this does, and they're going to recover it. So we're not getting the ball back. The Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl, and unfortunately that will be all she wrote. So yeah, sucks, but it is what it is. Sometimes you get to the big game and you fall up short. The Eagles know that as well. And they also know about winning. But thank you guys for watching. Still beautiful that we got the Jets in the Super Bowl regardless. Unfortunate to not end it on a bowl, but this is the 4th season, so I'm just going to rock with it here. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. This is Crushables saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.